Welcome all. In this video, we are going to learn program on for looping structure. This is a continuation video. In previous video, we did programs from number A till number F. So now in this video, we are going to learn how sum can be found out using for looping structure. So the first program, let's concentrate, that is write a program to find out the sum of all numbers, all natural numbers, it means between 1 and 10. So in this case we have to find out the sum of all numbers, that is from 1 till 10, means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus till 10. So at first we need to check how many variables we required in this case. We require two variables. One variable will extract the series or expand the series, that is from 1 to 10, okay, for continuing the loop, and one more variable we will take to store the sum value. So let's go to the Python editor to write the program. So as I told, we have to take two variables. Let's take one variable sum as 0 and let's take another variable, that is n, to continue the loop. So the loop will continue with the help of range keyword starting from 1 to 10. As in my question, the statement is given that you have to find out the sum from 1 and 10. In between 1 and 10, you have to find out the sum of. So as it is 1 and 10, so 10 also is included. So we have to put here 11. Fine. Now sum has to be found out. So inside the loop, we need to specify sum equal to sum plus n. Sum equal to sum plus n. So sum will be found out. And this particular means assignment, or this particular statement, that is sum equal to sum plus n, will continue 10 times. After it get completed, the result will be printed outside the loop. That's why the sum is, I am printing it out with the variable. The sum is sum. Okay, let's check the output running the program. So it is saving, asking to save the program. You please save it. So coming to editor, it is showing. Coming to cell pointers, means cell, it is showing sum is 55. Fine. So this is how we can get the result, and it is finding out the sum of each and every number. Now why this print statement is written here? What about if I write it here? If I write it here, it means I am keeping inside the loop. The output will be different. The output will be same, but it will find out the sum of each and every number and it will try to show you. It means in between whatever the results are coming, it is showing. That is, the sum is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. Fine. Thereafter sum is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3. Thereafter the sum is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6. As we don't want to print the result like this, we want to print only the final result. So what we should do, we have to keep this print statement outside the loop. So that is, just keep it behind the say you indent, means we should not give the indent to the print statement. So automatically this sum will be taken for this for loop. The sum will be kept within the for loop and this print statement will be kept outside the for loop. So we can get our desired result. Only the result as final result we can get in our screen. Okay, hope all of you understood the concept. Let's go for the next program. So the next question is given that we have to write a Python program to find out the sum of all even and odd numbers separately. It means even will be found out as well as odd will be found out. That is between 45 and 1. Okay, we have to find out the sum of all numbers between 45 and 1, that is reverse order, even separate and odd separate. So in this case, we have to take two variables, that is sum even. I am taking sum even, and one more I am taking, that is sum odd. So I am using two variables here that I declared as 0. Now I am starting the range starting from 45 till 1, and the step value will be -1, as 1 is the default value, never we used to specify, and regarding -1 we have to specify. Let's check the question. Yes, it is 45 and 1 in between. So we specified. Thereafter, we have to check now whether the number is even or odd. So at first, let's try for even. So if n mod 2 equal to 0, as we know in our previous video that how to find out even number. So in this case, it become even. So we have to print, we have to find out the sum of even in sum of even. So the number, the statement has to be written how? Now sum of even equal to sum of even plus n. Okay. Otherwise, else what we have to do? We have to find out for sum of odd. So we can specify here sum odd equal to sum odd plus n. Sum odd plus n. Fine. So one is finding out sum of even and one is finding out sum of odd. Now, if you wish to print the result in two different lines, so we have to write here sum of even is sum even and sum of odd is sum odd. So how we can write that? Just let's try this. Let's make it odd. In place of even, we have to make it odd. In this case also we have to change it to odd. Okay. Now after the sum of even, automatically the sum of odd will come in next line. Fine. So let's check. Two result we supposed to get. Let's check. Going to the cell pointer, it is showing syntax error. Yes, as I didn't give here colon sign, syntax demand that you have to give the colon sign in that place. So let's run it again after correcting. Yes, the result of sum of even is 506 and sum of odd is 528. Okay, hope all of you understood the concept, how we did it. Now we try to find out the even, then if it is true, then we took the sum here for even, otherwise we took the sum for odd. Okay, the loop will continue, and for inside the loop this statement belongs to, because I wrote it by giving the indent. Thereafter, after completion of the loop, that is from 45 to 1, all the numbers as finded out, then the sum is taken here. And one more mistake we did, as the number is given from 45 to 1, so we have to write here 0 students, because 1 also will include. Fine, let's check the result now. Result will be different, at least in odd number there will be different. Yes, see, it is 529 as it was showing before 528. Okay, clear? Let's continue with next program. So the next program is saying that write a Python program to find out the sum of all numbers, those are divisible by 3, between 54 and 245 except 156. It means the range starts from 54 and continue up to 245. Okay, let's check, let's try. So going here, so we have to find out the sum only, no need of even and odd to be declared. So I removed, I took one variable, that is sum. Then the range has to be 45 till 145, I think so. Let's check the question for 54 and 245. 54 and 245. So 54 I can write here and 245 I write here, and default value is 1. If you don't give also okay, let's give here. Okay, now the number has to be divisible by 3, it is saying. So just specify here 3, as the number is saying that it has to be divisible by 3, except 156, so it means 156 should not get included. So we can do again one more if, we can specify there, if n not equal to 145, then what will happen? The sum will be taken. So we can write here sum equal to sum plus n, and the otherwise case, that is else, we can remove from here, and one print statement we can give, as only one sum we are finding out. The sum is, I can give the statement as sum is and the variable sum. Okay, let's try, let's check how the result we are getting. So the result is 9504. Fine students. So what we did, now we took the loop starting from 54 till 255. Step 1, then we divided by 3. If it is divisible, then we exclude 145 from here. Yeah, then only we are taking out the sum. It means the sum statement belongs to this if, and this if is belongs to this if, and this if is belongs to this. It means this entire is belongs to this for loop. Hope all of you understood the concept of sum of divisible of 3 and otherwise means exclude the numbers from the series of numbers. Let's go for the next question. Next question, the last question is saying write a Python program to find out the sum of all numbers those are divisible by 3 and or by 5 between 1 and 50. So in this case it is saying you have to find out the sum of numbers those are divisible by 3 and by 5, divisible by 3 not by 5, divisible by 5 not by 3, and neither by 3 nor by 5. So there's supposed to be 4 answer in this case. So let's try the program. So I am making here 4 variables, that is sum1, sum2, sum3 and sum4, and changing their name. Fine. So thereafter the logic is saying the loop should start with 1 and should continue till 50. Let's check the question. Yes, 1 and 50. So now we have to check whether the number is divisible by 3 or not. Yes, it is written if n modulus 3 equal to 0. It is written already. So now we can specify here if divisible by 5, if divisible by 5 equal to 0. It means if the number is divisible by 3 and 5, if the number is divisible by 3 and 5, then sum1 equal to sum1 plus n. Fine. Now I will write the else statement for this, for the inner if. So in this case what will happen? Sum2 equal to sum2 plus n. Okay. Now I have to write the else statement for whom? For if n modulus 3 equal to 0. So in this case it is divisible by 3, then it will go for this point. If it is not divisible by 3, then it will come here. And in this case we have to check again that whether it is divisible by 5 or not, because as 5 also we need to check. So the same thing we need to repeat as we repeated before. So in this case it is trying for whom, students? It is trying to find out the sum of the numbers those are divisible by, not divisible by 3 but by 5. So we can do here sum3 equal to sum3 plus n. Otherwise in the sense neither it is divisible by 3 nor it is divisible by 5. So we can do sum4 equal to sum4 plus n. Fine. So now we have to print how many print statement? We have to give 4 print statement. So I'm just copying and printing this 4 times and specifying here the statements. The statement will be how? Now the sum of, or let's write like this. Let's write nicely like divisible by 3 and 5. Fine. Divisible by 3 and 5 is sum1. Okay. So next will be what? Divisible by 3 but not by 5. That is sum2. Fine. This one I am saying about. It is divisible by 3. That's why it is coming inside. But it is getting failure from here. So it means it is not divisible by 5. That is sum2. Thereafter we can make not divisible by 3 but by 5. So this will be our third statement, that is sum3. So check now. Is it divisible by 3? No. No means it won't come here. So it will come to here. It means it is not divisible by 3. But is it divisible by 5? Yes. So that is sum3. So we can specify here the statement as. So next is neither divisible by 3 nor by 5. So that is what the statement is. The variable is sum number 4. So how come? Let's get the explanation. Is it divisible by 3? No. No means it will come to this part. Is it divisible by 5? No. No means it will come here. So this is sum 4. So in sum 4, the number is the sum is stored of which numbers? Now neither the number is divisible by 3 nor by 5. So let's check how the result is coming. Run module. Okay, there is, I forget to give here colon sign. So let's go for again. So there will be 4 result, divisible by 3 and 5, the result is 90. Divisible by 3 but not by 5, the result is 318. Not divisible by 3 but by 5 is 135. Neither by 3 nor by 5 is 682. So 4 results are coming as I told you. Now let's go to the program and try to get the explanation. As I told that we have to find out the sum of the numbers that is divisible by 3 and divisible by 5. So it is getting stored in sum1. Thereafter we tried divisible by 3 but not divisible by 5, that we stored here. Okay. Thereafter third position, what we did, now it is not divisible by 3, that's why it will come to here. Is it divisible by 5? Yes. So it means it is not divisible by 3, that's why it is coming here, and divisible by 5. So sum 3 is storing that result. Neither it is divisible by 3 nor it is divisible by 5, that will be stored in the variable sum 4. Okay, hope all of you understood how the sum can be found out using for loop. So in this above videos I made 2 video to explain all these 10 programs. In first 6 program I explain how the numbers can be printed in reverse order, in ascending order, but accepting the numbers, even numbers, odd numbers. Thereafter we tried in second video how we can find out the sum of the numbers, that also by accepting the numbers, by excluding the numbers, as well as by seeing that even number and odd number also how they can be included in the sum. Hope all of you understood the concept of for looping structure and how it can be used for printing the series of numbers as well as sum of the numbers.